So, guys, well, Peter, you're gonna bring mayhem to the night to my night streams, bro. Come on, you're gonna bring mayhem here. Lord of mercy, Thorn, what's up? Nancy, under the sea officials. Been a good while since I've been able to hope yep, all good, bro. Thanks for joining. So, what do we have? If you notice at the end, I'm good, Peter. Thanks for joining, bro. The market was today was pretty spicy, right? Remember we had said overnight. I don't know if you guys remembered yesterday, but we talked about the accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. We had said that most likely that drop yesterday was going to be good for was probably a manipulation to then distribute in the New York session. And look what the New York session did. 9:30. This was the morning chop chop, and then the open bang. It just went up, 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 and up. So they definitely distributed during the New York session. So we called it out pretty good. And I also had mentioned also the remember the volume that I had found. I mean when I plotted the volume levels, I said that the volumes were pretty high, and most likely what price wants to do is go back to where it is, to where the volume is, and that's exactly was a sign already of what was to come. So that's the way you can use futures to even trade options, right? You can see what's happening, and then during the morning, knowing something like that, you could have probably taken could have probably taken some calls, maybe 1 week out, till Friday, or maybe 1 or 2 days out, just to to play it. Blaze is back. Peter, get ready, because Blaze, when he's now that he's on the other side, all he does is troll. All he does is troll. Got my energy drink. I'm ready. Please do. Please do. So, what happened? Well, we mentioned, right? This was the low last night. It made a low, 6,585. Finally found that low, and then it just kept going up. What does it do in that golden pocket that we noticed? We said it breaks above it, finds support on it. Here, kind of like try to break down again, retest it, and then it just moved up. So once you trade above that 78.6 level, you could already start looking for those areas, because this is actually also in theory also, this is what they call discount, right? And up here is what you call premium, right? So what do you find in the areas of premium? You find more sellers, right? Because the people that bought a discount want to sell up here, right? So this is a good area always to start looking for those longs, as long as you start seeing momentum moving, to the upside. So like swing trading is really nice when you can do something like this, right? That you can hold that trade a little longer, and then also play the just play whatever dip you wanna trade the long off of that dip. Blaze gonna get a Game of Thrones. He goes against Raw. That's right. So we're looking good. I don't know. I would like to see a move back up to try to reject this area here, this 6820 ish, so I can take it back down again and maybe fill in some imbalance that we have right here. See, this is all just buying, so there's an imbalance there. There's like those fair value gaps, so it would be nice to take a trade down. We could look for a trade like that today. Anything that maybe I mean, this is at play here, but I'm thinking it's 8 o'clock, maybe a little like maybe in half an hour more, 8:30. 9:30ish, we might see a move up again, and then we can probably trade the rejection if there is one. Yeah, that would be nice if it does that, the high at least, so then we could trade it back to the low because we're already at the top. So when we're at the top, I like to trade it back down. Obviously, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see maybe a move higher unless there's some crazy news. Let me open up the NQ here. Oil dipped, right? Because of that, oil found pressure. You know, Trump had said some things at the end of the day, which I want to figure out if it's true or not. But if you notice, when the market popped here, is when oil dropped. And oil right now is around 87 ish, 88 ish, and we got the NQ here around 24,869, which is looking similar to the ES, right? For supplies on there, we got this previous breakout, so we could trade this, right back down. But it's already dropping, so I would like to see some type of bounce, to then we can take it down again. Let's see what we find in I think I had something open here. Let's see what this knucklehead said. This was a tweet that the White House put around 26 minutes ago, actually. Continue. So why did they say that the war was ending or that it was almost done? You don't hear it? You guys don't hear it? Blaze, how do I freaking put sound? Oh Lord. Good evening. Good evening, Frankie. My bad, guys. Here we go. How do I do this? I don't know why you can't hear it though. All right. I'll figure it out in a minute because I'm sharing the screen. So it's probably because I have to share. All right, let's do this. Let's try this. Okay. Tell me if you guys hear it.
Continue Operation Epic Fury. We're also focused on keeping energy and oil flowing to the world. And I will not allow a terrorist regime to hold the world hostage and attempt to stop the globe's oil supply. And if
Do you
Iran
hear
does
it?
anything to do that, they'll get hit at a much, much harder level. I will take out those targets that were easy and that I mentioned just before. We'll take them out so quickly, they'll never be able to recover, ever. If they want to play that game, they better not play that game. In the long run, oil supplies will be dramatically more secure without the threat of Iranian ships, drones, missiles, nuclear menace, or anything. So the Strait of Hormuz is going to remain safe. We have a lot of Navy ships there. We have the best equipment in the world, inspecting for mines. Again, most of their ships are down at the bottom of the sea. but we will hit them so hard that it will not be possible for them or anybody else helping them
Most of
to
the
ever
ships are at the
recover that
bottom of the
section
sea.
of the world. They do anything. In recent years, the regime and its terror proxies have launched attacks on hundreds of commercial vessels. We're putting an end to all of this threat once and for all, and the result will be lower oil prices, oil and gas prices for American families. We've done that. We've done it. We brought it very low. This was just an excursion into something that had to be done. We're getting very close to finishing that too. In the meantime, during this brief disruption, the United States is offering political risk insurance to any tankers operating in the Gulf. So we're putting up risk insurance. We'll perhaps go alongside of them for protection. We don't think it'll be necessary. If it is, and if they do anything, the price will be
I did.
incalculable.
So he just saying more that's like saying more the same, but we're gonna keep bombarding you and kicking your butt. And I guess he's trying to secure like more like for people to feel a little safer with the oil. Like the oil is not gonna be, but I don't know. The market kind of like reacted positive to that. I'm guessing that's what he said earlier today, and they just posted it on X. Let me show the screen again. So I don't know. It might be more just retrace again. They extended the range, right? When I see it moves like that, I just know that what they did was extend the range. It was stuck in range in a small range, and now it's they just expanded the range. Why are you laughing, Liz? Oh, what's that white powder on your desk? Here we go with this guy. Here we go. Blaze, don't encourage him, bro. Rob's voice is dual 12 subwoofers. You got that boom, boom. My voice sounds deeper, is? That's good. Doesn't sound like Blazes. It sounds bad, the audio now? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. It doesn't sound bad? Do I get off on one? Oh, it is embarrassing. I want to compete with the big futures, with the big futures YouTubers, and it's starting off bad. Let me close this window. Hello, hello. Sounds better? Uh, we'll do giveaways. Actually, I can do some giveaways of the algo, It still doesn't sound good? What the hell? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Blaze is enjoying this, man. I swear. Hello? You hear me? Mic is good, huh? Volume low? What the? Reduce mic background noise or just automatically? Hello? 1, 2. I want to. I want to. No, now volume is low. Better. Blaze is enjoying this. I know it. I know he's enjoying it. Maybe I'll angle the mic. Everything is slow. Let's see what else we find. Now I don't want to share my Twitter, man. Futures trading where volume is traded for profits. Oh Lord. Blaze, where can I get music? Can you show with a cash account? In futures? Are you talking about futures? In futures you can go short or long. He says Red says, can you short in a cash account? And I say in futures and he goes, sure. He's like, yeah, whatever. um yeah, of course. So in futures, remember it's not like a short like in equities, like in a stock, right? It's more like a contract. Look at it almost like an options contract, just that it doesn't have the Greeks, it doesn't have any of that. It's like literally pure selling and buying. So you can buy a contract or you can sell the contract, and then you have to buy it back so you can buy it back to get out of it, right? So it's pretty much the same. The only thing is that with a cash account, you still have some. So let's say you get it with a trade station or even what is it, Trade of Eight or one of those, right? So you gotta they give you like a margin. So let's say you put $1,000, $5,000. The margin overnight is I think it goes up to 500, and then during the day it's $50. So they give you you have to have at least $50 to trade with that, right? But yeah, so there you just use the margin that they give you, but you could definitely do it. Yep. You have to. I mean, that's the greatest. That's what's great about futures, and that's what I like to trade more. I love to trade the drops more than the pops. Yeah, go 34 contracts. Huh. Good. I raised it up a bit. Maybe it was that, and I angled the camera that has the mic. Soon, when Blaze buys me the Mac Studio, right? When Blaze buys me the new Mac the Mac Studio, is it the square one? It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna have an amazing setup. I'm just waiting for Blaze to buy that for me. Let's see if he answers. Robert, you in a 2 second time frame? No, nope, not at all. I don't know how I did it, but I shorted something the other day and have no clue how. Yeah, it's just literally this. Look, like if you're trading off of TradingView, you could do something like this. I have it connected to my TradeAway. You could do literally, you hit the plus button there, and you just sell one contract, and right there, that's my limit order. Or you can use the ladder right here, right? So here's where the price is. Let's say you see I'm moving up and down, and you see the line. That's the buy, and then the sell is on this side. So let's say I want to sell right at the VWAP around here. I put the order there, boom, and now it's there. Now if it taps it, I'm gonna be in the trade. And it's as simple as that. You made 60 cents. Hey, it's good. Blaze can't even buy himself a mac and cheese. They sold out. I need Peter to double my BTC first. he heard. He heard me. No, we need to set up. We need to get you a better setup, Blaze. So it's that simple. Or if you want to do the market order, like a market order, you just literally hit the sell button here or the buy button there, and you automatically buy a market or sell at market. Well, infinite losses. How big is your account? Yep. It'll take all your money away. It'll take all your money away if you're wrong. Everything is slow. Oil. If we see the ES and the NQ drop back to, like, the levels where it was yesterday, then most likely we're gonna see oil trade back up to over 100. Because it dropped more than $10 today, almost $20 it dropped. So we might see that, right? We might see that drop. And if we see that drop, then most likely oil is gonna pop. If we see oil maybe going sideways, then maybe the equities is gonna stay up there. And that's another sign, right? If we see this consolidate overnight above this area here, right, between this 23% and the 0% up here, or the highs, if we see it consolidate here overnight, it could be that, the morning we can see this, manipulate up to then distribute down. Oh yeah, you're looking at the UVIX. Yeah, it was interesting. That pop was really hard. This pop was really hard today. I literally fumbled in. Honestly, I saw it just exploding really hard, and I saw the news, and I just said, I'm taking it long, and I grouped two contracts, and I just took it up, and I made some quick scalp there. Those are the times you just trade the momentum up. Okay, NQ just popped here a bit. It's almost about to be 8:30. Let's expand the fibs, right? Because this is today's fib. So let's expand this to the previous day so we can get a previous day high and low, to the previous day's pivot. Sorry, yes, exactly. Pivot high and low. So we'll just I'll go here and we'll just say previous day high and previous day low. Did I do it right? And why do we do previous day? Because after 6 o'clock, after 5 o'clock, and the 6 o'clock opens, it's considered the next day, like a session, the new day for trading. They settle at 5, and then there's like a settlement period from 5 to 6, and then at 6 is like a new trading day in futures. And this will go from 6 p.m. tonight all the way to the next day, 5 p.m. So let's see what the fibs are telling us now. Now look at this. We have this nice golden pocket near the demand zone. See, these are great levels to watch. Okay. Now, obviously, what did I say? I would like to see this breakout up here, come into the supply zone, and maybe reject, and maybe we have a nice trade there. If this comes in here strong, then we have to hold off. But if it comes in here and maybe starts rejecting quickly, we could take a quick scalp. It's not happening. It's not happening, Peter. I'm getting one. I gotta get one for Blaze though. This stream is mine. Mine. So now I gotta do one for him. Somebody wants to see that video or from our overnight audience, you gotta come during the day and see it. And watch Blaze. I'm coming to be noisy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Blaze, everybody's just gonna come here to bring the chaos. $58. Lord of mercy. This guy. Something. Um you guys want to see? You guys sounds expensive to trade. Well, you can trade with other. You could trade with other people's money. Prop firms they give you like a like some accounts, eval accounts they call them, that you could trade with their money basically. You guys want to see Peter? There's Peter. Everywhere he goes, that's him. He's mayhem. Everywhere he goes, he's just like chaos. He brings chaos with him. You see that, Peter? Am I right? You see? I'm right. Peter gets a futures account. Peter, do you still have those? Do you still trade futures every once in a while? Do you have an account? Or do you blow it all with 10 contracts at once? He tries to shake everybody down, KB. You do? Who you have it with? My bad. That the girl at the school made fun of me. Well, okay, what do you set up? Fibber retracement, previous day high. Look at the retracement. That's my last name. Yeah, Data Warrior. That's my last name. So is this? No, no. I put it mute. This, hey, I'm like, I'm trying to compete with the greatest futures YouTubers out there. It's not working. It's not working. You hear me, right? You guys hear me now? You know, I was gonna put a sell order up here in the demand, the supply zone, and it reversed. Look at that. You kidding me? You kidding me? Let me check something here. All right. Why hear me? You guys hear me now? You hear me? I'm not in mute anymore. Whatever. Do you hear me? Oh God, this is terrible. This stream is get. Yesterday's was much better. This is terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Thanks, Kev. Everybody. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we get a rejection up here. Where are we at with the NQ? NQ should have moved faster though. It's almost there. You see, and it's inversely moving with oil. Thanks, Thorn. My guy. My guy. Beautiful. What happened here? What happened here? Did you guys see this? Did it just um wasn't there supply zone here? Did it disappear? That's weird. Have you been to Blaze's streams, Jimmy? Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing, Peter. That they're asking if I'm new. I don't know if that's a good thing. What the hell? Wasn't there just a supply zone here? What happened here? Are you new, Jimmy? I'm almost always on Blazes in the morning. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, of course. I'm Blazes partner. I work with I do the more of the technical stuff. I have the algo. I created the Boober algo, and are you kidding me? You've been here over a year. You don't know who I am? That's crazy. Oh, that's right. You're not in the Discord, maybe? I'm bugging out. I could have swore there was like a yeah. Join us. I'm not Dr. Rob, Peter. Dr. Rob is someone else. Oh, I was like, are you kidding me? Okay, now we're moving. See, always near 9 o'clock, 9:30, we get a nice some injection of volume into the market. So let's see if the Asian market wants to take this higher. That was good. Let's see. BTC breaking the supply zone. What did BTC do? Did they do anything today? Let's see. Yeah, it did move. Almost back to 70, huh? We'll get smacked at 70 again. This has been a easy trade back down from 70, 72 back down on BTC. I do have to say it didn't crash to 50 yet with all the bad news and the war and everything. So I don't know. I think that might be a good sign for crypto. Dr. Rob is the man, bro. He's cool. I think we're gonna try to meet this year or in a couple, maybe in a month or so in Miami. He's from Miami. I'm in Tampa. I really apologize, but no, you good. You good. Somehow I've never introduced myself before. I hope you're doing. Yeah, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, yeah, Jeff. What can I tell you? This is a propaganda war too. Propaganda war. They're showing their might, then the other one shows something, and these guys show something. It's like that. Let's go to the NFL draft. I want to go to F1. That's where I want to go. So I think I'm going to F1, and if I go to F1, I'll see if I can find Dr. Rob. If not, we're gonna do a trip. Blaze is gonna come down to Florida, so when he does, we could do it then. But I really want to go to F1. Are you in Florida? Anybody here? No, no, in Miami. They're gonna be in Miami in April, May, I think. Very well, maybe. What we can do is do what the market does: follow, see technicals, and trade accordingly. Oh, nice, Frankie. Oh, that's right. You moved, right? You said you moved recently. Vegas F1 was actually when we were in Vegas the last time with Peter and these guys. F1 was they were gonna be there like in a week after or two after that. Can I say, Peter? Can I say? Oh, the Keys, nice. You gotta have some nice places that we can go to. Peter don't know about that. He's from the West Coast. He's from the West Side. All right, we're heading towards the top again. Let's see what happens here. We have strong momentum on the indicator. We have a stronger MACD. RSI is around 60. Well, RSI is almost at 70 on the ES. We're getting a 9 count on the algo here. Near a pivot here. I don't know if I want to take this. This has a bit of a. I don't know if it breaks this pivot. If it doesn't, then this would be a lower high here. Hmm. to where you couldn't post the video. Nope. It's not gonna happen here, Jeff. Not on this stream. Not on this stream. You guys see this good? Maybe I should make this. I don't know why this got. I don't like the way the. I don't know why I don't have the whole. Here we go. Bam. Beautiful. All right. 15 minutes to 9. I like to see what happens at 9 or this time towards 9. Or is this a new stream? Will this be a normal thing? I'm trying to make it a normal thing. Yes. So definitely Sundays at the more or less the open, maybe half an hour after the open, depending on what's happening. Um, Monday I want to try. Wednesdays I cannot. I'm gonna try tomorrow and Thursday. So yeah, it's gonna be Fridays obviously no. Markets close on Friday, so I think I'm gonna try to do from Sunday through to Thursday without, but Wednesday I can't. So I'll try that, or maybe I'll go Sunday, Monday, and then Thursday. I gotta see if tomorrow I can, but because I got so much stuff going on during the day to then at night do the stream. But I really do want to continue to do these streams at night. I want to continue building up a base here for futures. Yeah, yeah, nope. Well, if I want to see how high it can go here because the higher I get it, I would like to take a short maybe, but I gotta see if volume doesn't come in at night and just breaks out. Have you so you're using the algo? Have you used the new the algo the bot that I have in the site? It's good, right? I like it, especially for people new to the algo, and you could even mix it up, ask it some anything traded related with the algo. Nice, love it. Hmm. 71 RSI, MACD. That's oil at the bottom. I want to short this so bad. Oh, were you the one that sent me that? Give the bot the blaze or Robert persona. You sent me the email, right? It was you. That's a good idea. Nice. Are we doing futures? When did this happen? Yes, sir. I mean, I've always traded futures. That's been my thing. I just haven't been able to do this, but now finally I want to start trying. If I had to start, man. If I don't do it, I'm never gonna do it. I'm always busy. I just needed to start. Really? Dang. Come on. Yeah, this thing might just. Mm. No, that's Blaze with the stocks. And I'll be doing futures in the evenings. Yeah. Maybe if some things happen this year and I make some changes in my life, I can probably I'll probably have a I could probably do a day stream with the futures. And then just the futures traders will be there. And then we all meet up in the Discord and we create chaos. Actually, let me plot the new levels for today and tomorrow. Let me get those. Let me plot those live. Let me plot those live and in color. We got yes. Let's see, where am I? Oh yeah, these ES levels here. All right. So the levels I post on in the Discord, you just put them in here. You copy paste it, and here it'll plot the lines now based on. It'll be based on futures. This, oh, you see how it shifted down? So we're pretty high up. PDVRs are like golden PDVRs, or what you call both sides, the puts and the calls are high or even. So it's considered like a golden PDVR because they're both sides are like high, right? They have this near the same amount of volume. So and then the upper PDVR is like the top of the range. So we're pretty far up, and we've already hit these areas. So um, remember yesterday I was the opposite. I was feeling we were down. The volume was up, like further up. Now I think we might reverse because usually when it's at the top of these ranges, it'll reverse. It reverses back down to this lower, or wanting to fill in these gaps, right? So let's see what happens. This you see all these different levels here that they're all kind of lined up at 6750. This to me is this is what I consider like a magnet. Do we have a magnet? I think there used to be a magnet here. Anyway, this would be here a magnet for me, the 6750. So whoever's trading or has a trade up 6750 is a nice target for the overnight if it drops. I see this is a very nice level. It just calls out to me, right? Because of that. Because it has a lot of different things happening. There's a call block there. It's the prior day volume range, the current day volume range. There's a lot of volume there, so it's all lined up there. What channel are we in Discord? In Discord, there's a futures channel. It's just that it's been slow. It was live before, and then everybody just started. They got better. Dan, and Lynn, and a lot of the OGs in the futures channel. They just got really good, and they just went on their own. Doing that. They're still in the Discord, and we talk every once in a while, but everybody's doing their own thing. But yeah, we want to kind of like get this live again. Let me put up the NQ for Dan real quick. Let me put those levels. I gotta put the futures trading. Taking a shot around. Be right back. Okay, futures. The channel is called in the Discord, right? You're talking about the channel in the Discord. I think it's just called futures. Let me see. Futures dash trading. Yeah, exactly. In there. Oh, I put them in there too. Yeah. I usually put them in there. Let me do them now, real quick. Right. I didn't know. Just copy paste everything except the NQ, the NQ colon, just the numbers or ES. There it is. Yep, I saw you that you put. Hey, yep, I just posted them. I have a stronger feeling that it might go down. Yeah, I had a short here. I wanted to see if it popped, but I don't know if it is, or if it'll find some support here and then come back up. So I want to see what it does. I want to try to go short anyone in this area here or the NQ up here where it is now. But 9 o'clock now, from 9 to 9:30, we see some volume come in. So I want to see what it's what that volume is going to be, buying volume or selling volume. Yeah, so a good question. So the levels are based off of futures options, because options, honestly, volume is what moves the market, because that's where liquidity is, right? So when you have a pool of puts, let's say, or a level where there's a lot of puts, well, that becomes like a magnet, right? Because then, or it could be, let's call it like a put wall or a call wall, right? There's a lot of concentration of volume inputs. So then the market will want to gravitate there, the same way it might want to gravitate to a pool of calls, right? Like an area where there's large volumes of call options, because futures also has options, and a lot of the bigger players use that to hedge the market. To either go ahead of the market. Now that they see something happening, they're able to do that overnight, right? So while everybody's waiting for the market to open, they're already in the market, right? They're able to get in higher or lower depending on what they are, but it usually follows the market. And also SPY is very similar, right? Because they're the derivative. So that's something really, it's been game changer for me too, because when I align them with certain levels, like when you align it with a supply zone or demand zone, maybe areas like this, you see this upper PDVR, it aligns with a nice, almost lined up with the 38.2 fib level, stuff like that, right? When they line up, I look for confluence. What we teach in hot trades a lot is confluence. You want to have higher probability setups, and you get higher probability setups by when there's more than one thing telling you the same thing, right? So you're in a supply zone, you're at the top of a range, those things are telling you the same thing. We're at the top. Where can we either going to hit that ceiling and then drop a bit, or what, right? So you want to sell at the top and you want to buy at the bottom, obviously. So right now we're at the top of a range after a big move. This is also considered imbalances, right? Because there's no selling there, almost no selling. There was probably, orders that were left there as well. They just left them, right? People, how sometimes you put an order and it doesn't get hit. So that's all an imbalance, which is sometimes called a fair value gap or fair value gaps, right? They leave gaps in between because those are just imbalances in the market. So the market is algorithmic, and it's going to want to go fill in those gaps. So those are the things that we want to watch when we're trading, and you want to have those targets, right? Those areas of interest. So right now I want to see it, kind of like break down, and I like this 6750. I mean, at this 9 count here, I could have probably taken that, because I figured it was doing a lower high, lower high, a lower high here, and I could have taken maybe a market order there to see how far, but I just wanted to be careful because of the time. I don't know. You'll see. Most likely, in the next minute to 10 minutes, it might find some volume and pop up a bit. Then it'll trap, whoever's there selling, since it's so slow. A CPI, most likely, I'll be watching it definitely. That's on Wednesday, right? Yeah, on Wednesday, I think. The CPI is definitely. I mean, you got to be very careful when trading the CPI. Um, Sometimes I use the evals to do that and try to pass them quick, with that. But my PA accounts, honestly, my real accounts, I won't risk it, unless I see something super obvious. But I wouldn't risk it, because that's like my real, account. So I don't want to risk it on a news day. I'll risk it when I see a high, see something moving that goes my way, then maybe. But yeah, news I can get a little risky with, evals and try to pass them and stuff like that. I'm using Apex. I have my fund. I have a few PA accounts with Apex and evals. I have two live accounts in my fund of futures and Take Profit Trader. I think I did. I've been having some problems with them. They kind of took me out as an affiliate Apex. I'm a bit upset at that, but my fund of futures I've been liking because they don't charge a so once you pass the eval, you go straight into your you know your past account, and you don't have to activate it. You don't have to pay to activate it. So I created this. If you guys want to use this code will take you to my fund of futures. If you want to scan that, and that'll take you to my fund of futures to my code, and then you get whatever discount they have, and that supports me obviously. So I'll leave it there for a bit if you guys want, and then later we'll take it off. But that's my fund of futures there. Sorry, I missed this. I just tried Lucid and been good. Oh, really? Nice. Take care, Peter. Have a good evening, man. Thanks for joining, bro. You see how it's getting some? It's nine something. It's finding some momentum now again. So I want to see what happens. You can look for it on that. That indicator. I created it, and it's available free on and you could just search for it. It's available free. I ran out of the juice. So I'll be doing 8 to 10, guys. For now, I'll be doing 8 to 10. So hopefully around nine to 10, we'll get some action and try to get a trade in, or at least give you the levels, that you can see, keep watching overnight. Then you could, continue on your own. But I definitely want to try to trade it back down a bit. If you want, I'll put the link in the Yeah, it is a different one. I just saw what Peter put in the futures channel. What a guy. Let me get you the link. Hold on. Mm, do I have it here? Oh, I do. Um, there you go. It's in the channel, in the Discord channel. Slow. This is slow today, huh, Peter? Dan, see if it, after this big move, might not find. We'll see. I don't know. This NQ is looking better there. It tapped that nice supply zone and it's following up. Mm. I posted a futures for beginners video, and the future center really good. Yep. Oh, nice, beautiful. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, I gotta check it out too. just to see. It'd be nice to do our own little one. Or maybe now, if we start getting more people into the Discord from futures again, we could do some nice little classes, for us, or do some live trading during the day in the Discord. I could do more live trading in the Discord than on the thing, than on YouTube during the day, maybe. Anything interesting? So, and also the good thing is that we have like the bot inside the Discord too is nice for news. Like we get it pretty fast. The A10, Iran's IRGC says Tehran would not allow export of 1 liter of oil from region in the U.S. So we got some nice little news. Got a nice little news bot there going on, which is nice. Exactly. Yeah. Yesterday it moved pretty good after it moved good. Today probably a little slower. I want to see 9:30. 9 is picking up a bit. Maybe 9:30 to move more. Yeah, we could do a futures class. Talk about the margins and the difference between maybe trading with a prop and not with a prop firm. And um, I mean, when I started futures, there was no prop, and yeah, I I got hit. I mean, I was very careful. So I would say that, mm, because I'm a careful trader, I've been so careful with my trading. Obviously, I lost, but it wasn't like huge losses like other people that lost 20, 30,000. And learning to trade, futures with their own money. You know, so that helped me out a lot. And then when prop came out, then I was still a bit, um, that was recent because Dan, you remember, I was trading with my own account, and I still do have it. Like I do have it. Like there's days that I just love the price action, and it's like, oh, you know what? I'm just using my regular account. Um, and I was kind of like, but now it's pretty cool because if you want to learn, you just pay, you know, what is it? Some prop firms are at $30, $50. Others are 100 and something. But you trade, you much rather blow $100 account than putting $1,000 and blowing it, and then putting another 2 or 3 thousand and blowing it, another 5,000 and blowing it. Exactly, and paper trade as well. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. And you're gonna see the great thing about futures is that you know it's the same. You trade price action. You price. The thing is that the great thing about what we're doing now is that we have levels. Based off of data. So we get data dumps, and we plot the data. We have the algo. You have supply zones. You have all this stuff like that. So now we have levels that are targets, levels that could become confluence for you to trade. So you use that together with the same skills you've learned with trading stocks, right? And price action or momentum trading. So it just becomes easier. You just have to really know how to put a stop, a stop loss or mental stop, like just stop it when you know that you're done, right? You're gonna survive in futures trading if you know how to lose correctly. Okay, if you know how to lose correctly, you're gonna survive in futures, and you're gonna do good because you're gonna realize that a trade is not going your way. You just get out and you reset again. You get out with the minimum amount loss that you can. Sometimes you might risk a little more, but believing that it's gonna. Let's say I go short here, and then it pops a little more, and I say, well, you know what, this is the high for me, so maybe I'll hold on to it a little longer, or I'll add on or something. I don't know, and then and then it doesn't work out and I get out, right? So that happens sometimes. Yeah, exactly. You could do, you could also create your, in the broker, you can create the bracket orders, where you have like, let's say you want to make a 3 to 1, right? So you put, your bracket order, your stop loss at, at let's say, 5 points, and then 15 points is your profit target. And then the minute you hit buy or you do it, it's going to automatically put your bracket order. Exactly. Exactly then. What's up, Luna? I know you do, Dan. Yeah. Yep. That's great. Bracket orders are great. For those that don't know, this would be like a bracket order, right? So you do something like this. I have my limit order. I have my buy stop, right? And I have my profit target. So that's a bracket, but you could preset it. So every time I hit the sell limit, anywhere I put it, it's gonna put my buy stop and it's gonna put my stop loss and my profit target, right? And then now you don't have to do it. It's automatically gonna be done. So you're gonna realize that sometimes you have to do it wider, a little less, depending on your account, on what you're trading. NQ could be wild, so sometimes you might have to put it a little wider. It all depends. But bracket orders are really good a habit to have. There's people that trade, and I'm thinking Dan trades like that. He scalps, maybe just one, a tick chart, maybe a couple of ticks. So literally, you'll have a nice tight um bracket order. So if it stops you, it'll stop you out quick. But then if it goes your way, so your margin of error is less, and if it goes your way, it's gonna go your way, and you're gonna get your profit quick. But if it stops you, it stops you. So when you have that margin of error, that's where you got to be a little better at price action. Okay, back off. All right. I forgot. I gotta look up your thing, but yeah, I'll do it a little later. I got you, my brother. All right, look at it. It's finding some movement. Bullish momentum means that it has some strong volume coming in a bit. Did Luna say something? She said what? Uh, Yeah, yeah, Luna, you could do it. Yeah, I see you more, Luna, like for trading, knowing the way you trade, and I see you more trading more kind of like if you could do type of like a swing trade in futures, right? Like trading a nice level up here and then just letting it ride, right? Holding it a bit. It's just harder to do that sometimes with futures because it moves strong. So you really got to have good technical analysis. That's all. That's really it. That's really it. Mm-hmm. It is. Especially when you get in and you're not worried that it's losing value so quick, right, Dan? Like if it starts going sideways a bit, and there is just eating up, especially if it's a 0 DTE or 1 DTE, it's already eating up the value of the options contract. In this case, isn't that's not happening. You just hold on to it, and if it goes your way after an hour, it goes your way. See, whales dropping. So you see, I map out in my head, right? If this comes down and does a double bottom, right, and just hangs out here, then that's basically the same as this coming up here and doing a double top if it's inversely correlated, right? So it'll come up here, close, maybe double top or very close to it, and then hopefully reject. So that's the trade I'm looking for. And I'm patient. I've learned to be patient. Well, I can't lie. I can't front. Sometimes I do get a little excited and I'll get in here, but now I rather get a price up here, right? So I'll wait a bit. And if it drops hard, then sucks. Stop showing off, you know. uh that's because she sells options contracts. She's not much of a buyer, she's a seller. And that's what you want to be when you sell when you trade options, you want to be more a seller than anything, right? So when you're a seller in options, the data works in your benefit, right? Because you're the seller. So you want it to expire worthless. It is looking good for sure, then. Yeah. New member. Ooh, nice. Welcome, Kel. Welcome to Hot Trades. Thanks for joining, man. Now we can keep in touch, and now you could come on with us. And are you new, Kel, to futures? What's your story? If you don't mind, if you don't mind mentioning it. That bracket's pretty good for me, Luna, honestly, because if it breaks out above this, I don't want it. Give me 1 second. All right. Damn, it keeps finding that. Oh, that 6780 on ES though has me kind of like there's some support there, so I want to see what happens. And then we have then you have the the view up right here. So and the 50. So you want it if it drops here, it's always gonna find some support here. It really has to break this 50 so we can start seeing a bigger move down. We got that. Thank you. This pivot here, 980-ish. What's up, Be Creative Futures? You know who that is? Be Creative, Be Great. That's my brother. He trades gold, but the prop firms lately have been playing games and not letting us trade gold. So he's been forced to trade ES. He's like, oh, it's so slow. I don't like it. And now he's forced to trade it. I'm happy he is, though. But that's my real brother, my blood brother. Did you, Dan? You already took that little small. You took a short? Dang, bro. Don't play games. Yeah. Yes, that's the that when the bot shows greatcoffee.co, that's he. Yep, he's the one. So anybody wants good Colombian coffee, you go to greatcoffee.co. I love you too. Don't embarrass me, bro. You know? Exactly. Great traders run on great coffee, bro. Oh, come on, Luna. John, that's Dan. Dan is like my other brother here. He's a great guy. He's been trading futures with us since the beginning. And he make money. He make dinero. We have light, medium, and dark. And you could get it. You could also pick the type of grind you want. If you want to ground, light. Sorry, what is it? Fine or coarse, or for pour overs, or just beans, whole bean. It sure has been, Dan. I know. Damn, this thing just goes like it's like going in slow motion. Yeah, sure. Just hoping is great. Um, yeah. So yeah, usually sometimes after 10, I'm gonna get off at 10 though, or like 10, 10:30 ish. But sometimes like we see 9, we've noticed gold, especially at 9, it moves good, 9:30. 10 o'clock also brings a good move. So anywhere around there you start seeing some moves. If you don't see it move, then most likely you see some action around midnight. Yeah, volume is low. Um to alt alt drop, is it? So yeah, futures is a it's a you trade basically, you could trade the derivative of like the ES of the sorry of the SPY, of the S&P 500, of Nasdaq, the Dow. You could trade gold, silver, oil. Futures market. The great thing about it is that you could trade it overnight. I had mentioned before. Okay, we're getting a move here to the top and NQ. Same thing with ES. Let's see what ES does around my level. If I see it getting close to my level strong, that it might break out this pivot, then I'll probably move it up higher. You want to sell high, remember. The higher you can sell, the better. Um, so like that, you can go short or you can go long, in the sense that you could sell a contract or buy a contract um, in futures. So yeah, the thing is that you trade on margin, because these, obviously we're not trading with 25,000. We're not buying a contract for actually $25,000 on the NQ. Let's say, you trade with margin with these brokers, right? So the broker will tell you need at least $500 in your account to trade one contract. Let's say, right? So you would need a little more than that, because the minute you hit lower, less than 500, you get called, right? You get that margin call, so you have to add more money to the account. Or you can use a prop firm where they give you like an eval account, and then from there you can use their money to trade and practice, and then you only pay like a monthly fee until you pass it. We'll do some stuff live, for newer traders and stuff. Man, this is like just holding there. Yeah, Blue Mountain is good from Jamaica. Yeah, our coffee's from Colombia though. It's Colombian, and it's premium coffee. It's no mixed blend or anything like that. It's really good coffee. I heard of that. I heard of that Kopi Luwak. Yeah, I think I have heard of that. Not blended exactly. Ours is not blended either. You went short. Nice. What the hell, Dan? Well, that was nice, because you're grabbing this move up here on a very lower time frame, right? And why I got this in the 5 minute though? I just noticed that. Yeah, you're grabbing those spikes up and then taking it down. Yeah, the ticks too. Yeah, the tick charts. Yeah, but look at this. Look at how this is like, you could literally just probably try to take the scalp here and then down again, but it's not for me unless I'm doing something like that. You're on the 5K? Okay. Yeah, man, I wish I can do that here. So you get the ticks there. Heavy resistance. Yep. Yep. It's the top. That's the top of the range here. That's that pivot high. Yeah, this is just like, Dan trades like tick charts. So you could trade a 2,000 tick, 5,000 ticks, and every 5,000 ticks, it'll move, one little candle up or down. Accumulation again, it could be I would say this distributed, like we said last night. I remember you, Pevon. Remember we said that, and we said that most likely the New York session will distribute, because it was accumulating overnight after a drop. So I think that's exactly what happened. Now It could be the opposite, right? It distributed, now it could probably accumulate to then manipulate, right? We have to see if it stays up here. If it stays in this range, then it'll, it probably will, or it could come right. And this is still part of the range, right? The top of this, the pivot height of this range is that's pretty much the top. So that's still in play, right? If it comes up here and then down again and then up again, then it's still, it's ranging up here. It could be both lagging too, so we have to see. I'm talking and it kind of dropped a bit harder there. Oh yeah, there goes Nightbot. Thank you, Nightbot. I swear we didn't put it. It did it by itself. Where are we got? Yeah, so slower nights, and then we got 45 watching from X, 30 on X, and we got more people on X watching today than on YouTube. You can follow everyone, please, and subscribe, and then just put that little thing so the bell, the notification, so when I go live, you guys know. We could keep joining here in the evenings. Mm. Yeah, this little range here is nice to trade on the NQ. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, NQ is moving a little bit more, well, as always, wilder. Thanks, Dan. You could join us on Discord. So in the Discord, you're gonna have there, you have futures traders, you have options traders. We have channels for everything. We have futures, options, momentum trading more than anything. With Blaze, we're always in the options and in the futures channel. Now we're trying to grow the futures channel again. The options channel is live like crazy. Um, we're always posting levels. We have news there. We watch each other all the time. So it's a great community, and it's a community for learning more than anything. We like to teach here. So we all like to teach and learn and support each other because trading is very psychological. There's times where we just need to talk. I have great traders that will still do one-on-ones with us, and we just chop it up. We just talk so we can, kind of like ground you again. That even happens to me sometimes. I have to talk to Blaze, my brother. Oh, this happened, blah blah. We get grounded again, and then we go back at it. So that's how trading is. When you look at it as a when you try to look at it like a career or real trading, then it takes a toll on your psychological aspect of things. So you got to keep your mind you know ready. You would take a long way on the NQ or on ES. Oh, you mean here like scalping it up and down here? Yeah. Sheesh, look at that. Yeah, it's like little volume. There's like no volume. We might see some bigger moves later in the night, maybe after 10 or maybe around midnight. Yeah, Dan. Is it gonna break down here? It's been riding this 50. And you see the trend line there? Do I have this? Oh, I got this on a Hakanashi, that's why. Yep. It looks like it's getting weaker. Oh, that's what it was. I had that. I was wondering where it's because I had the Hakanashi on by mistake. Hmm. Yeah. Well, we have 6,750 would be a great setup for a long 6,750. Yeah, that's actually the level that I have. That's the target that I have, John, for a drop down. So I would love to see a drop to 6,750. Yep. And you would take it long there, yeah. Yeah, it broke down, huh? Yep. Yeah, it's crappy. Look at that. It's like barcoding. Boom, 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 boom. It's 940. He's charging. Yeah. Well, right now it's moving also sideways. Like you got to be very micro. You got to trade like Dan does, like tick charts, like very micro, so you can really see those small moves and then take advantage of like up here and down here and down here. But that for me on a time chart like this is not. I'm looking for a move where I can grab it, and then write it down. Then you see here, like a wake up, wake down, wake up. So it's like low volume. Yeah, yeah, that sucks. I think we've all done that. I did that one night. I had one night where I did that, and I ended up 2,000 up in the morning, and I couldn't believe it. I saw it there. I was like, "What the hell?" And I closed it. And then there was times where I've did it the opposite, where I've had a loss. Yeah. Oh, but it feels good when you make the mistake and it works out. It feels amazing. You're like, "What the hell? I got where did this come from?" See, what sucks is when you take. That's why you got to take these trades. If you want to take them, you got to take them from like a little swing high here. So then you move it down because if you take it at the bottom, it comes up again, down again, and it's just like doesn't want to give you the follow through. So you know what? I had that the Hakanashi on, and it didn't see, and the supply zone disappeared. But I think if I would have had it up again, and I saw it come back up, near the like up here again, I would have probably taken the short here. But I didn't see this demand zone, the supply zone earlier. Mhm. I had it on this pivot up here. But they'll trap you. They'll trap you. You could take this short, thinking that it's on its way small, little, because it's gradually going down, and then they'll rip up a big green candle. Trust me, and they'll just trap those shorts there, right? And then guess what? You're gonna have to get out with a buy order, and then that's why it squeezes up higher because they trap you. So that's why be careful with this because it could just be like this. You got to get in and out really fast. But if you stay in it, waiting for it to go lower, that's where you can get trapped. So you got to be careful with that. There's some little tips. This happened to me overnight, especially. I've taken this, holding it, and then it's just doing this and this and this and this, and then all of a sudden, a big green candle, and now I'm trapped, and I have to just cut it. I thought I had the. I don't think he has it anymore. Sorry. Well, there went Rob. Sorry. No, I was looking for I was looking for some video, but I didn't find it. You got trapped. This is for the S&P 500. What about Nasdaq? It's right here. The Nasdaq is here on the left hand side. This one here. The awareness had a really strong supply there. See, that's this 780 780 is it's been then you got that VWAP right on it, and I was popping back up again. Let's see if it breaks this pivot or what. Did you see Alejandro here? This is the NQ right here on the left. $15. Let me do that. This is the 200. This is the 23.6 on the Fibonacci. There's a possible trend line liquidity there. And this is all supply. So here is a strong, you see this? How it's darker? And you see how the candles just tap in there, and drop? There's strong supply there, meaning there's there was some strong selling there. Pushing, it's pushing. Could be. Could be this breakout to test that top of that high again. Got this pivot here. Oof, here we go. Actually, 6,800 is a big level, so has to get over that 6,800 and stay over it. 25,000 for the NQ. See, those are more psychological levels. Here we can see like a squeeze candle up. I don't know. I should take this. I just don't like the strength in the. What's up from Tokyo? It's morning, right? Yeah. It's what? 11 over there in the morning or 10 in the morning? Yeah, I'm doing some futures now. It was just pushing. Have you noticed I'm not going for long because we're at the top. I rather wait for selling shorts. 11, yeah. Just small grind, slow grind up. So we broke that. I actually want to focus on that a little later on. I want to do that more. Futures options. It's really good. I started yesterday, Pyro. I started yesterday, starting again. Um, Hopefully I'll continue this. Nice to see you here, Pyro. It's 5 minutes to 10. I want to see a spike up to the 6,800. Oh, really? That's right by me. Right by me. Can anybody go? Or how is it? How does that work? Like I'm right there in that near that town. That sounds like my church. I go to a really big one too. DM me later if you want. Dang, what should I do, guys? Should we go short here? See what happens. We got 3 minutes. That this thing could spike in 3 minutes. Oh, looks like church. I know where it is though. Okay. When you said April 3rd, put in my out fourth. Okay, that'll be cool to see it. 3 minutes. It's pushing for that 6,800. Come on. Nice. Yeah, if I can go, let me know. I could pass by. Okay. F it. I'm trying it. taking too long. I think it wants to try for that 6,800. Unless it's just sellers keep bringing it down. Yeah, it's taking too long to squeeze up. Maybe I'll put it just tight. Just in case it pops hard, it'll get me out. There you go, dumpy. Dumpy, please. Come on. Give me some follow through, man. John got out. John got out. Dump it. Come on, come on. Don't spike up, please. Give me some follow through. Exactly. Drop it like it's hot. Come on. Exactly. That's why I'm dropping the stop, because if it spikes up hard, 200, not bad. I might take it. I might take it. Yeah. See? Yeah, that 90 MA, that kernel. Ooh, there you go. It's all right. Look at that. You see how that was that 90 MA. I should have took that 200 though. I should have took that $200 profit there and then just reset. Not bad though. This thing would just, comes in here, finds some support, and then goes back up, or it could drop here now again. It's just the price action today. There was no continuation, but that's the type of trade that if there was continuation, it would be a nice move down again. Yeah, that was my TraderVate account. Could very well come back down. Damn, it's gonna do it. What would be nice is for it to pop up again, a nice pop up and rejection again, showing us that it's not that it can't go any higher. That's what would be nice. So, level 4 travel advisory was issued by the United States Department to Southeast Turkey, advising Americans to prepare a method of evacuating from the country and not to travel except absolutely necessary. Interesting. Something might be happening. Breaking, a top military advisor says Israel will drop a nuclear. What the hell? Nuclear bomb if Iran doesn't submit. Stop it. Don't even try that. President breaking. Trump orders 25 new B 2 bombers to hit more targets in Iran after he suggested the war was coming to an end. Lord have mercy. It could very well be that they have some intelligence that's telling them that nuclear bomb crap. Why they got to say that though? That's so stupid. You see this move back up here is nice. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. It's ridiculous. So this right here is a fair value gap from here to here. Usually the center of the fair value gap is a sign of it's usually a reversal. So if I do this and I just turn on, it should pop up there. So usually it'll come in here, this like 50% in here and then reverse up. So let's see what happens here. Same thing for the NQ. So it'll fair value gap in here. Maybe come back and retest, try to test those 6,800. If it doesn't break this swing high here, then could be another move back down again. Is anybody having issues with their iPhone and their? I have issues with my messages lately. It's freezing. I'm telling you, there's a lot of There it is. Come on, push it. I wanted to retest that. I wanted to go up higher, so we could take it down from the top more. We were pushing it. Those fair value gaps are pretty strong, man. Look at that here. Came in, popped up, not creating one here. Let's see if it makes a higher high. Come on. Where we at? 64. Oh, I was gonna say when we get off the lives, if you guys can do me a favor and usually when you get off, it takes a little bit. Then you if you go back to the channel, you can I think it's called hype the video. So and it's free to do it. You just hit the button. It says hype the video, and if you hype it, it helps it helps to get the stream out there to more people like in the algo. So just like hitting like and subscribe, but the hype is something new that. So if you guys can do that, that'll be nice. Man, look at that! Just finding that. This is just like crappy. I'm looking. You out then? Kids off to bed too little before bed. Need to get ready. Yeah, man. Have a. Oh, you still getting over that jet lag, right? Yeah. Have a good night, man. Thanks for joining again, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Have a good night. I'm getting off soon too. I gotta get. How are things in Tokyo, Jericho? How you been doing with those cash? I took a CSP, a cash secure put on CoreWeave, and it wasn't going good until the pump today. So hopefully tomorrow it'll be nice, and I could probably buy it back at a profit. I bet. I took that cash secure put on CoreWeave with. I did it with Mark. Mark got out today, and I was waiting for it to pump. It pumped. Thank God at the end of the day. So hopefully by tomorrow. Yeah, it was weak, but it pumped a bit today. So hopefully that'll hopefully tomorrow it'll. I'm hoping it'll gap up or stay at least where it is, and we'll be fine. It expires on Friday anyway. I think in the Oclo. I'll look at it tomorrow. Which one, Luna? Oclo or CoreWeave? Yeah, this when this does this, I mean, the only reason why I think that this can probably still drop here after it's consolidating a bit, because when I've seen this a lot, it usually pumps. But especially at the top, right? But there's so much supply here. It's so dark red that could be, and we're near that 6,800. I don't know. They can get just, the sellers would be like, the buyers would be like, well, okay, I'll just take my profit here and get out. And then it'll give room to the sellers to come in. Or they just chop it here all night and keep us, keep people just watching there. So I'll cut it at 10:30. Oh, Corey Weave, okay. Yeah, I was following Mark. Mark did it, and I said I'll try it, and then it dropped. I was like, damn, but it popped today. Nice. Oscar's always a good play. Yeah, Oscar has been a good. Yeah, it's always been good after a drop. Yeah. Oh, this is also good to trade. Great stock. Yep. Y'all still cooking. We're here. We're still, this thing is just like, just doing nothing. I took this short here, took it down, almost to where it bounced again. Well, I kept moving my stop just in case, and so that was good. And it's basically in the same place, so I wasn't gonna get much out of that trade. See, those are the things that makes you feel kind of good when you do those buy stops or stop maybe green, because if you notice, I was putting my stop green. I didn't leave it above. I said because just it's if it tries to break out, then I knew I was gonna get in higher. That's why I took a tight stop loss and I put my buy stop only maybe $100 profit, because I knew that if it was to go up, it was going to break out and I was just going to get in higher, right? So I'd rather get out green and then get in higher. And but if it didn't drop, was great, because now I know that it was a good decision in doing that. Because if not, I would have still just been here waiting, right, and just watching my piano go up and down, up and down, up and down till something happens. So that was, to me, was a good trade, if you ask me. You know, just because it's just chopping here, right? It's not. I'm still in the same place where I got out, basically. Yeah, I don't know. This looks. I've seen this price action before at the top of like a double top like this. I've seen it happen a lot, and usually when this happens a lot, there's more times than not it actually breaks out. But there's so much supply above. So I don't know. And if it breaks out, it'll just be maybe just to break out and hit that. Try to take out those highs again. You know. But I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. It's almost 10:30, so not much going on. If you guys are gonna stay on, just watch it. Maybe midnight, you'll see some nice movement. Definitely, my bias is that it's gonna go down a bit. Especially the 67. Keep that in mind. The 67.50 is a key level for me for it to drop to. Okay, and then on the NQ, it would be this 24, maybe let's just round this 760 to maybe this 23, or maybe even this 23.6 Fibonacci level, which is, let's call it 24,800. So these are nice levels to that I would like to watch it go to overnight. And if it stays up here, remember this is an area of premium. So if it stays up here chopping, we might be going higher, tomorrow. But it would be nice for it to drop, but not drop all the way down to the lows, because then like that, we took out this imbalance and now we're ready to make a move higher, right? So if we come down here, look, this is a nice area to break all this imbalance. Then now we stay near the upper PDVR and then we can maybe move higher up for tomorrow. So that's my bias and my thing. Last night we had a bias and we had a thesis, and it actually played out exactly how we said it. If you want to go back to it, and then that's my thesis for tonight. So take that with you, and if you're trading, safe trading, guys. Thank you, Rami. $50 in the short play. Nice. Okay, now I can buy my. Yeah, nice, man. Have a good lunch then. Have a great lunch, and we'll see each other in the morning, if anything, if you're still around, because it'll be night for you. And I'll look up I'll look up Oscar and maybe that other one just to see what I do tomorrow. Because I'm most like that. If tomorrow pops a Bitcoin review, I'm just gonna get out of it. So have a good night, guys. Thanks again for joining. We had around 60 something today, people. So don't forget to stay on the live or go towards the bottom. It's gonna have like a hype button. It's gonna say hype the video. If you can hype it, that'll be cool. Because then like that we'll continue to get more people in. Good night, Luna. Good night, Jericho, everybody. John. Also remember greatcoffee.co. That's my brother and I's coffee business. So if you want to buy some coffee there, let me know if you get it so we can, ship it to you quickly and we know that you're a VIP. So have a good night, guys.